Good morning. Special Monday stream, where I'm late. That's fine. I needed the sleep anyway. No. Make sure I'm not about to be logged out. Sorry, just checking up on something real quick. Okay, where do we begin? The Fandaniel Xenos arc, ended a bit earlier than I thought it was going to. Although I did find it funny that, like, right before Fandaniel threw himself into, the moon, that I said, wouldn't it be funny if Xenos is just like, haha, now Zodiac is mine, and then literally did that. And now we've got a vision of, like, the star, like, turning to ash with an ominous voice, who I assume is Heidelin, almost sounding like they welcome it. Pray review the records on the upper floor, and I will see if there is aught to be learnt down here. What was that noise? Weird. Oh. I'm beside myself. I don't know where we're gonna go now. Like, I assume, if I had to assume, we're gonna have to go, with the information we learned from the moon, we're gonna go back to Heidelin. We go back through, like, Thavnir and, Old Sharlayan, like, specifically the Labyrinthos part we didn't go through, to try and ascertain what the fuck the Sharlayans know of this, because apparently whatever is gonna be coming, I would guess, has some relevance to what they saw in the Ethereal Sea. So yeah. Beyond that, though, just kind of shocked that this happened then. The login was savage and filled with many wipes today. Oh, well, for me it was, again, pretty easy. But then again, I'm logging on morning during a weekday in Japan. So, it's not many people going to be on. Zodiac defeated. While he may have been in an incomplete state, that's nevertheless an impressive feat. Yeah, JP servers haven't been as bad as other regions. Yeah, definitely. Even if you hadn't, his demise was inevitable. Fandaniel would have seen to it one way or another. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiac's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this the better of two unfavorable outcomes. Dost thou suppose, our host hath maintained his solitary vigil since the very beginning, without rest or relief? If so, these records comprise the sum total of his existence. We must needs handle them with care. Dimly growing crystal. Isn't this the door we went out before? It is, yeah. That pattern is still there. So what's the Alakan shit over there? There's another facility over there, too. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. Day 25,376,492. No abnormalities detected. Records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of the past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. 3080 in Q, I'm literally at last trial. Good luck, Ryuzaki. Records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loperates, though it is not clear who or what they are. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiac so long as he remains imprisoned. Yeah, it's very good. Did you learn anything of import? It's been real lonely up here. So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Unrule calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetheris. Aetheris? One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, effecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region. But quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the lands and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature, which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones, Earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth.
Right.
Thus was Zodiac conceived.
They looked to the astral.
No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed. There was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness, then what she told me in the ethereal sea was false. Unless that wasn't Hydaelyn. Perhaps she did. But as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. You got lied to. Sorry. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, a approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetheres' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still, more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetheres and her history. Sorry, one sec. I wish someone would pronounce that word for me so I could actually figure out whether or not I'm pronouncing it correctly. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wished to look to the future, and not linger in the prison of the past. They do soon. Okay, good.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Veggie, don't say that. Come on, man.
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that.
Have you considered that Minfilia and I are tempered?
Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Well, there's Thancred motivated. Uh-oh. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. Alright. Oh. A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. The moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aetheres to safe harbor. Okay. Need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. More weapon coffer. I just realized this is after the fight. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. Like, yeah, like, man, come on, like, don't come into chat and just go, oh boy, like, like, sets me up to think shit's about to happen when, like, I want to be surprised by shit happening. Oh, unless I actually put it together. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Oh shit, is about to happen, alright. Necros? Don't. Yeah, I figured at that point it was all put together. Yeah, fair enough. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you... Oh. As Heidelin created me as jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. He labors in service to Heidelin's plan. I see no reason to not do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then? Still no moon. Oh god, I need to remember where we were going last time. Is it time to shoot the moon? I mean, the moon's kind of already... The moon's kinda... It's kinda fucked already. Could destroy it more, but, like, it's not gonna really help Charles. He's a terrible guard, then, since Xenos and Fandaniel just waltzed up to... Well, to be fair, Xenos is pretty exceptional in that regard, because, like, he's... I mean... He's randomly wrestled with, like, Ascians, like, unsundered Ascians, and, like, won, so... It's kind of a bit of an exception there. Oh, no, I'll go this way. Never mind. Oh, come on. $361. The place we seek is ahead at the Chlorophoskron. Oh, fuck me. No! God damn it. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Actually, I'm gonna turn the fan on in here. It's a little warm. Say that close to the mic. Might be a little bit of background noise, but it will cool down the room in a little bit, and then I'll turn it off. Oh, Oh, directly north. Alright, hold on. I think I can grab this one real quick. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, never mind. Fuck. Oh, come on. Thank you. No, go away. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoi along? Sure. Poor fucking Thancred just sitting there like, oh, alright. Guess I can't do anything here, can I? Not sure if I said it yet, but I swear they reduce enemy aggro ranges. They break off much faster than before. Eh, it wouldn't surprise me. It certainly felt that way, but like, yeah, I don't know, honestly. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heideland's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you, it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. Cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... Oh. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. Climb onto Argos's back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urielge wait here. Yep. That sounds good. Malefic ether yet permeates from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac, most like. Damn it, I can't hit my compass. Oh. Just a little further. Structure is enormous. Though that is hardly surprising, given the size of the average Amarotian. Amarotine? Amarotine? Apologies for the wait. Right then. Let us head inside and... Oh? Pub. Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap? Well, I certainly wouldn't want to blink out of existence on our account. Helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take care of things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Now, if I had to guess, this is where we probably meet the Loporits. Best way's Burrow. Oh, yeah, that tracks.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Benui. Benui. Oh my god, they're so fucking cute. Told you shit was about to happen. Yeah, I know. I just appreciate if you wouldn't. Like, preempting stuff like that is... Yeah. Or, you know they're important because they're got a unique skin.
Look lively, everyone! I know, this 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose, to bear the people of Aetheris to safety!
Aetheris.
Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Wait, did Charlian know about this? They were preparing a lot of stuff for migration, weren't they? Like seeds and shit? Seed, soil,
With a
food.
curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
The casualty of that statement just nonchalantly states everything we've tried for 4X packs to achieve. Yeah, right. Helping hands. A hairy situation. Haha. Thancred's dumbfounded expression suggests he is still struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. It must be the Loporits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave the rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Go on then, let us be about it. We were below 2k in Q. Congrats. 27 northeast, really? West? What? Oh, it's probably like under me. Yeah, there it is. Oh wow, that didn't actually get me down to 1. Dancing way, fighting way. Shipper Loporit. Hi. Leader of the crew? Oh, not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Etheria. Oh, fuck. I forgot it already. Fuck. I'm so bad at this. Ethers, I think it is. And that's a promise. Alright. Shit. I did enjoy this section, despite the Loporits grating on me. I guess I'll find out. Camping way. Aetheris. Aetheris? They're just too cutesy for my liking. Eh, fair enough. Dozing Loporit. Leader? No. Sleeping way. My job is... Perhaps I'd better ask. I'm a little concerned about, like, what's gonna happen if, the whole plan is meant to be that, the people of, Hydaelyn are meant to be carried away with it. Carried away on the moon. Just, like, abandon the fucking star entirely. Recording way. Snappy Loporit. Actually, that might be them. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Were you the one giving the orders earlier? Me? Oh, yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it. Is this all of them? Well, there's more people on the planet, but... A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all. Though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center if you should find yourself lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Right, you lot. Forget about working. I've got to introduce you to the new people. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. I love the Loporits and the shout out to Hummingways from FF4 so much. So much of this X-Pack has been calling back to 4 so much it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I guess like that's completely lost on me because I really haven't played many if any Final Fantasy games. I wonder if there's any more in here. Oh, there is. Around here. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus. I haven't found any of the Aether Currents either.
Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world.
Atheris.
More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name. Map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents said to you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetherius, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
I don't like this plan.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Alright, so you remember the people who summoned Zodiac?
Hydaelyn herself led you here. You don't say. Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetherius, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
The sum total of knowledge, huh?
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
I measured everything to be like 3 times the size of you, fuck!
perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
A taste of the moon. What, really? Oh, no, I got to put in my fucking... God dang it. Whoa. Alright, that's pretty cool. A bit more Black Mage than, Summoner, but... With the final days fast approaching, Living Way is keen to complete her preparations. Right then, now that you're... Oh, for fuck's sake. Now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us, and, in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we are prepared to receive our passengers-to-be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestways Burrow, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. Ahem. We have, produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetheris. The notion of Aetheris rotting to its core, being a matter of course, is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loporrits in this vessel. Alright, first off... Ah, it is here. I knew it was smart to look at the top first. Fuck. I wonder what the Ethereal Sea's got to do with, the moon. Because, yeah, like, I'm fully expecting that... Whoa. I'm fully expecting that, I'm fully expecting that the Sharlayans were led to understand that, well, basically let in on this plan by peeking into the Ethereal Sea, but I'm unsure how that would work. Like, unless they, like, peered into the Ethereal Sea and, like, saw Hydaelyn or something? But, like... hang on, did I just pass it? Northeast. Well, that is very... directly east. Where the fuck is this thing? Oh, east. Fuck, I'm going in the wrong direction. This is a bad day for reading, apparently. Hell, maybe the Sharlayans don't even know what they're doing. They just know they need to do it. God, wouldn't it be fucking wild if the Sharlayans are actually tempered by Hydaelyn or something? Or, like, someone in Sharlayan was actually tempered by Hydaelyn. Because that would explain the extreme measures that they went to conceal it. Well, not quite explain so much as it would be a reason for it. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way. Pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we've created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Oh god, that coming from Sharlayan is a fucking worry. Archon bread for everyone. Well, I practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Up along the platforms here, and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Oh, okay. Is it bread, though? I mean, technically it's... I mean, it looks like bread. Blasting Way. Where's Charles's, command? You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Unassuming orange, peculiar-looking blue, vibrant yellow, ominous crimson. Soft texture and redolent aroma of this crimson creation belie its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this carrot. Yes. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Yeah. Alright. Read the description of the carrot when you get it. Well, I suppose I will have to hand this over. Oh, no, I'll have a look just in case. Even Vieira are like to swoon at the sight of so grand a carrot. That, or be offended by all those who assume that they would. Okay. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Big carrot. Oh, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Eat carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. Carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins welling within you. The rumbling in your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. Full of vim and vigor. Okay. I've got a buff for 30 seconds that's going to disappear by the end of this cutscene. What do you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes it the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. But what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Sharlayan. Sharlayan? What in blazes is that? I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and naught else. What do you mean? They all they all obey nutritional thing. There's nothing wrong with them. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine of eighth? I'm gonna stumble this every single time. Aetheris. Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are. But, well, it's only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling, potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. It's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean stewing, boiling, roasting, and the like? Well, I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency. What's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? Rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watchers speaks. After we received a great... After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary, that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language, adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really. It does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. Purple carrot juice, of course. A hearty and healthful beverage prepared from the pulp of purple carrots and pixie apples. Wait, they have apples? So they don't just have carrots. What the fuck? Styled a hero. Living Way is eager to show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to the other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Ah, good. All the clothes are going to be 3 times the size of what we need. Amazing. Is there any more in here, I wonder? 298 northeast. Northwest. I doubt we're going to come back here, so... I suppose I should, head over there now that I can. Also, why are the robots fighting us? Like, we're friends of the Loporits. Don't hurt us. What? You're gonna hurt us anyway? Okay. Oh, there it is. Those steps are not really good. But then again, like, contextually it makes sense because the Loporits are expecting to accommodate people like 3 times our size. But, like, from a level design perspective, it's just really annoying. Like, they put gigantic ramps everywhere else, but then, like, to make it arbitrarily futuristic, they made floating platforms on the sides of these things, but it inadvertently, like, to keep with the consistent design, they had to be big steps, and thus it doesn't, like... It's not as traversable for someone playing the game. I should have talked to Urianger before we did this quest, but... Garments born of the heavens, crafted with methods ancient and forgotten. Dress befitting we who walk in shade, stewards of the esoteric. Actually, hang on, I'm going to turn the fan off. It's cool enough in here now. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Eidolon, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra vis we need. Aye, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You'll also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume, this has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Oh, okay. Wait, didn't you take us here to... okay. Oh my god. Ah, it's you, one of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh, right, you're here to try on a set of clothes. Yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust, something simple yet functional, fashionable and refined ensemble. Fashionable. Right. This will only take a moment. Simple yet functional. There we are. All finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on Aetheris. But I'd wager no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you can start a new trend. Would you look at that? Speechless. Now I thought you may not like it. If you'd mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. Fuck. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment changes area of effect. Speak with the restless leopard to restore or prolong the garment change. Dressed for the occasion. Oh my god. Southeast. Oh yeah, that's definitely outside. Ah, no one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes, really? Of course, it would be my honor. Did you have anything in mind? Got anything with a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design. Surprise me. A little more flair. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. Whoa. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. Used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. Yep. I wonder if all this is just going to be, like, a long way of being like, yeah, this plan's probably not going to work that well if, the Loprits, and the Loprits don't have enough time to really accommodate us. Why don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know, quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loprits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh my god, is everyone else going to be wearing a goofy outfit? Yeah! Urianger, what the fuck is that? Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis a ensemble most becoming. You fucking dork, I love you so much. Yeah, this whole segment is a trip. I think it's past time we returned these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are those whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, we must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Big think. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidel's love for Aetheris. And the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Living Way, might we have leave to explore Best Ways Burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Hi. My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Oh my god. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Should probably take a break soon and get some more water. I just realized the way my stream is lining up at the moment, I'm probably gonna be falling into the same, or falling into logging back into 14 around the same time I did yesterday. What I might do is actually end the stream after like 3.5 hours. Have my break and then make sure I'm back before like 4 or 5 p.m. because that's when that's when the queue yesterday started to blow up. It's a weekday, so I should be like a little bit more, or it should be a little bit lighter, but I just want to make sure I can get on. I can go for longer and take bigger breaks during that second lot anyway, so. You're here. You're really here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? If you have the crafting window open, you shouldn't get kicked out. No, like, Pallies, I'm literally gonna leave the house for like half an hour. Like, or like longer than that. Like, I just can't realistically do it. And I don't want to just, like, take up a queue. Like, I'd rather take the break early, queue up, make sure I can get in by around, like, 3, 4 o'clock, and then just keep playing until I end for the day. Like, that's just a lot easier. And Feldspark, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Aldine, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential areas. Whenever you're ready. Oh my god, is there actually going to be a residential area on the moon?
Ready in the teleporter.
Well, I understand that they're talking about the place that, like, is going to house people from Aetheris, but...
says the living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh, fudge. Huh?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Oh. Why is Urianger always the one singled out for this shit?
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
Here we go.
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
Of course.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
This happens a lot, don't worry.
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I'm terribly sorry for the mix-up.
God, growing way, shut up.
It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Fuck. I'm gonna glamour the hat away. Look much better without it, I feel. There we go. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it. See it though. You really would have liked it. You sure about that? You can now travel between the upper and lower floors of Beastway's burrow via the teleporter. All's veil that ends veil. No. Growingway is keen to put his recent mishap behind him. Oh, actually, I was going to take a little break here, so, yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm back. Turns out there's going to be rain later in the afternoon anyway, so wrapping this stream up at about like 2:30, and then coming back at about 3:34 is probably going to be my best bet. Just to make sure I get back and can actually have a good walk before the rain comes. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for... Oh my god, Burp City today, holy shit. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon more a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. We've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the burrow. Follow me. Oh. Carrots. It's what's for dinner. True carrot crimes. Good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest Ends Vale. It was named as such because it's the veil to the end of all veils, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Aetheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. Oh, there's gonna be some in here. Some ether currents. Oh no. That's not quite it, but you know what? Looks like a bloody racetrack, that does. I didn't concentrate on where it was. Southwest. Oh, it's there. Still more southeast. Oh, there it is. Any more around here? No, that's gonna be outside. On the moon. So, what do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? I don't see the forest or the trees. I don't see any... Wait, you don't mean those crystals out there? 'Tis as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Okay. Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, the place produces air as clean as you'd find in a forest on Aetheris. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. Sure. Do a nice big stretch. Big stretch. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. Sight worth the many years spent building this place. It's not too much to ask. It's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Aetheris. Could we maybe... You will? Oh, be still my quivering whiskers. Growing ways now accompanying you, blah blah blah. Look at the way he runs. God bless him. I was thinking, Aldine, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us a task, our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. 6,000 years, huh? No. Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal. What? Buddy, they won't even let me taste the rainbow crystal. What? No. I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetheris, but we don't eat them. Certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. Oh. Wait, so, like, theoretically, couldn't we just do that on Heidelin? Well, I guess it's not balance, it's something slightly different. I mean, now that I think about it, like, the whole Eden thing might be, the whole thing we learnt with Eden might, like, honestly be of help here. Like, if the problem is that the ether on Heidelin is, like, stagnating, then surely we can revitalize it in much the same way we did the Empty. No? Would that... Because, I mean, they literally just summoned something, aspected astral, to to kickstart the planet's ether again. I suppose that could work. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetheris. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd just started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? Certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when the bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetheris. The Allagan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how... The fuck was that? Can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was... there was much joyous humming that day. Yeah, maybe for you alone. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. Some of them have, like, thing on top? I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling. Huh. That thing? Oh god. It's like really hard to look at the ceiling in this game. Or any roofs in this game. They fulfill a role similar to our sun. And do so better, even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the Great Expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight. Or rather, close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. There's something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion systems and the habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Why not go and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Tempering theory intensifies. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually, she did, and through her power, though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. Okay, but who were they? I knew you would like Greatest Ends Veil. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. Hey. There you are. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour. Shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Oh. Hey, Ryanje. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you are all more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now come along, Growing Way. Alright, who's... the Warrior of Light to the group. Alright, who's taking bets? This is fucking Charlene's work. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Or maybe they don't give a shit about anyone else other than themselves and have, like, eschewed helping anyone as a result because they're just giving the world up. Just gonna throw that one out there. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Something to say, Ryanje? Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you'll excuse me. God damn it, Ryanje. Let me help you, you beautiful dork. It is clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Nope. You certainly are not. Back to old tricks. Oh, god damn it. By now, Thancred can tell when his friends are up to something. Did Ryanje seem strange to you? Yeah. 4 expansions in, we are finally like... Ryanje acting kinda sus. Finally we broke the pattern. Did Ryanje seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Shoulder and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. I think before I do that, I'm gonna grab the Aether Current quests. Because I don't know if any of them are going to require me leaving the burrow. But if they do, I should probably grab them before I potentially leave it. Oh. There you go. Huh. Dummy. Not using the teleporters. Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway's Burrow. Oh no, that's trading stones. Did I set this to... Oh, I've got it. My free area is either this or, the one in Mare Lamentorum proper, so... Oh. How do I... Wait, didn't it say that you could use teleporters to get up and down? Where? How? How do I... They don't seem interactable at all. Wait, does anyone in chat actually know where or how to use the teleporters to get up? Because I should probably learn that. Oh, actually, I was going to get the quest before I moved on. Like, I would have half expected to just, like, kind of like the things in the Gold Saucer, like, just step on it and it does a thing that throws you up to the higher level, but... Yawning Way. Yawning Way needs help gathering the Caratorium's Loporits for mealtime. Really hope we get Argos as a mount. Yeah, me too. Good pup. Oh, bother. There's no sign of any of them. It's almost time to eat. Do you need help? You there. If you happen to be heading to the Caratorium, could you let my fellows know it's mealtime? If we don't eat, I can't take my nap. Oh, poor sleepy bun. Many thanks. I should come running in at the moment mention of carrots of happiness, so just say those 3 magic words and they'll be on their way. Alright, well, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna do it while I'm here. It seems to be a relatively simple one. True carrot crimes. Watching Way has a mystery in want of solving. Excuse me, sir. Have you by chance seen any thieves prowling about with ill-gotten iron carrots? They're crimson, tender, surprisingly heavy. Carrots, that is, not the thieves. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm sure you will. We've been told that you adventurers are quite good at solving crimes that no one else can be bothered with. I mean, I am, but... Wonderful! I'm relying on you to solve our carrot caper. Honestly, what manner of fiend would deny a Loporit their dinner? Anyway, our culprit, or culprits, took 4 carrots in all. These are not easy to carry, so I dare say they can't have gotten far. Alright, gang, it's time to sleuth. It's fine, I played many Ace Attorney games. Take the square root of the carrots and you get... With the chat... With the chat in say, use your keyboard software to chat. Yep. Carrot of happiness. Carrots of happiness, you say? Why is it that time already? I was working out projections for optimal carrot production based on the total population of Aetheris to ensure that... Oh, never mind. I must make haste or I'll miss out on seconds. I wonder, does anyone know, with like the whole quest sync thing, does doing a set of quests at a later level yield more experience despite the area it's in? Or does it just make sure that, like, the quest is as difficult for anyone, regardless of level? That was something I was a little unclear on. Oh my whiskers, visitors from Aetheris. What do I do? What do I say? Have you brought any snacks? Oh, right, I need to, yeah. Could that mean... Yes, it must be time to eat at last. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. There's nothing like a carrot of happiness to fill the void in one's belly and soul. Oh. Oh my god. I can tell everyone's going to love this area. God. I get it, but I actually don't know what compelled them to think that this was, like, a good idea, to be honest. What exactly am I looking for? Oh. Did I really not see those before? Philosopher's Carrot, Nibbled Iron Carrot. Based on the primer you but recently received, you can say with relative certainty that iron carrots are not blue. Oh, okay. Nibbled Iron Carrot. What? Hello? Scrumptious-looking iron carrot has been tragically abandoned in its prime. Do I need to... like... They're not disappearing, so, like, am I following the trail, or... What exactly am I doing here? Ah, fuck it. Yeah, it's like really unclear what I'm meant to be doing with this quest. These philosopher carrots really hit the spot. Just a few more. What? What? No, of course I'm not stealing. These are mine. Is it so wrong to enjoy an early dinner? Uh-oh. The muttering Loperate stomps off in search of a place to eat in peace. You suspect this is not your carrot culprit. Oh. Okay. That Loperate wasn't there before. Oh, maybe they were. That's definitely not them. Alright, I guess I gotta look for a quest marker. But I'll grab, I'll talk to the last one here, and that'll help me narrow it down a little bit. Oh. What? They're serving carrots of happiness today? The deep, luscious orange, that tempting, slender silhouette. Wait for me, my darlings. I'm coming for you. Okay. Time to continue the search. Oh, there's another one. Oh. Bleep, bleep. Insufficient stock of iron carrots. Iron carrot detected. Initiating iron carrot procurement. Wait, I'm not an iron carrot. Please no. Well, I did it. I killed the thief. Umbra Wind. Wait, here? Really? I wonder if there are, secret, secret fates here as well. Actually, I can't remember if Umbra Wind is one of those weather conditions. You're back? Please tell me you found the carrots. Yes. The carrots. Supporter was grabbing them? The supporter? I never would have suspected. It's supposed to help us farm carrots, not eat them. I recall the technician said something about enhancing its code with love for carrots to increase work efficiency. But to go so far as to steal carrots for itself, I fear it may now love them a little too much. Alas, those poor carrots. But at least we know what became of them, and how to prevent this happening again. Thank you for your assistance. I did it. Alright, now you can go to bed. Ah, you've returned. Everyone else is accounted for. Sustenance is essential for operates, though I suppose people are the same. In any case, we expended a lot of effort in raising a whole variety of carrots. Carrots of Happiness are a new cultivar that are particularly comforting, though. Seems almost silly to have our workers consume so many carrots just so that we can produce more carrots. That's a problem that could be solved with even more carrots. No need to worry about the details. I'll figure out the figures just as soon as... What are we talking about? You getting some sleep, my friend. You've earned it. Well, I guess I'm not going to figure out how to get the use the teleporter up and down. Like, unless it's using the etherite, but... Because I don't think there was a, like an ether network thing, right? Oh. Instances, right. No, yeah. So you don't do it with the... Maybe I can figure it out from up top, then. Actually, hang on. This should be somewhere in my, You You can now travel between the upper and lower floors via the teleporter. That's all it says. I don't understand. Ugh, fuck it. I'll figure it out later. No, not mount speed. Thank you. Half of them done. Urianger ventures off into the Mare Lamentorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Follow Urianger from a safe distance. The objective will end if you are noticed. Should you fail to complete the objective, you can always return. Yep. Shit, that was smart. Fuck. There we go.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
What are you up to, man?
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? 'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity? And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward, No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
That is a fucking great line. Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs. I would echo Reachra here.
Sage counsel indeed.
I'm glad I know a lot of smart people.
I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
Yeah, we don't really get very many moments with you, my man. But, I mean, given your penchant for all this.
For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts.
Given your penchant for keeping things close to the chest, it's not very surprising. But
as for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've heard bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
they are just adorable. They are indeed. In truth, my reason for travelling hither was to effect a plan of mine own. A plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone. That failure, should it come, be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, so I ask, wouldst thou join me in mine endeavour? Oh my god. We get to be in on the scheme! Finally! Oh shit, I shouldn't have sorted that. No. Whatever. Ooh. I am not a fan of those baggy pants. Especially with the purple. Seems an odd embellishment. Setting things straight. There has never been a less straight conversation than what we just heard. We just had. Urianger is quite glad for your company. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We shall not be long away from Beastway's burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loperates, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Alright. 159 north. Oh, there you are. West. Do I have a way of getting to the left side here? Oh yeah, there's a bridge here. Ah, an abundance of spongoi. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Absolutely. Stand watch at the designated location. Oh, okay. I'll continue to stand watch. God, this area is beautiful. Surveying the nearby area, you see no signs. You see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Urianger remains fixated on his work. There, 'tis done. A magic ink. Every ons as efficacious as that created by the Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but it is nevertheless the most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loperates will appreciate. Aldine, Urianger! Oh, thank goodness, I thought you had been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Hey, what's up? Y'shtola has been looking for you, for all of you, Aldine. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent. Dire, even. Oh. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Aldine alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not. It just so happens we need your help with an errand. Delivering a package from the Watcher's place to Bestway's burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. I suppose I should be going then. How about an extra pair of hands before I go meet with Y'shtola? That's convenient. Suspiciously convenient. Oh, how about an extra pair of hands before I go meet with Y'shtola? No, that won't be necessary. Urianger's help should more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now, off with you. Worry not, Aldine. I shan't be long. Jesus, Aldine, have you seen this forest that's made of crystals? Oh, wait, no, she's already been there. She's already been in there. I keep forgetting that. Oh, I forgot that. 181 south. I would suspect that's the same one I detected while I was around here. Who are they speaking to? Oh, Growing Way again. Oh, Aldine. We thought you would be away for far longer. No, I was just helping Urianger with the thing. A dire emergency. I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there any way he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important... You can try using these balls of mouse flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective, he was here in greatest... But if it proves effective... He was here in Greatest Endsvale when I last saw him. Let us split up and find him. Great. Urianger has been spirited away by the Loporrits. I'm sure that is not foreboding in the slightest. Search your surroundings for Running Way, move the camera, and shoot the mouse ball. Cool. Do not hit unassuming Loporrits. Oh, no. Oh. Ow! That's smarts! This is meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. Hi. Sorry about that, but you're too fast for me. Hmm? Yes, I'm Running Way. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of mouse flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days? Huh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Hydaelyn did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporrit around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but They better hope I don't get my paws on them. What the fuck is going on? Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but if there's nothing else, I've work to do. And I'm off. What the fuck is going on? Why are we being led around like this? Like, I understand that they've reached some, like, secret agreement with Urianger, so it makes sense to try and, like, get me out of there. But why fool your Stola about this? That seems odd. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? He was delivering a package from the Watcher's place to here? On his way to the Watcher's place with Living Way. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? No, hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. Question mark, question mark, question mark quests are always foreboding. God, I'm really not a fan of the light blue and purple. Heart of the Matter. Growing Way... Oh my god, that's the ether cup. Fucking what? Okay. Growing Way is fidgeting with nervous energy, but is it from excitement or worry? Oh, what to do. I promised Living Way I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. One of us should go and check on Urianger. I suspect the Loporrits are up to something, but if there is aught to be learned on the final days, I think it best we play along. For now, at least. No, someone should go and check on Urianger. No, guys. At least one person should split off to see what Urianger is up to. Fuck. Oh, God. I swear, if we had that, like, little conversation with Urianger only for him to become, like, disposed for the rest of the story, I'm gonna be fucking mad. Not in a this story's poorly written way, but just don't take my mans from me. Knocking Way. Name that way. Knocking Way would like you to call upon a friend. Hail, person. Yes, you. Do you have a moment? Sure. You see, ever since we awoke for inspection... Fuck. Why does it keep doing that? So what I'm trying to do is, like, adjust the camera sometimes. But sometimes if I, like, click and then not move it much, it just advances anyway. It's fucking annoying. See, ever since we awoke for inspection, a friend of mine has been acting a little funny. Funnier than usual, even. I can hear him sighing from all the way over here. I would go and call on him, as I do, but he always insists that nothing's wrong. I think, he'd be unable to help himself from opening up to you, though. He's always been ever so fond of people. Would you mind lending him an ear or two? Yeah, sure. I will talk to your friend. Many thanks to you. My friend's name is Dreaming Way, and he should be somewhere nearby. Just follow the Lamentations snuffling. Oh, he's there, literally right there. Brusque Loperate. The Brusque Loperate has a mind to do something dangerous and has clearly heard of your proclivity for recklessness. I hear you have a penchant for excitement and adventure. Is that correct? Yeah, that's kind of my deal. Then I assume in your travels you have doubtless heard tales of the Allagans? The Allagans, don't get me started. Yes, and nearly everything wrong with the world seems to be their fault. The Allagans, don't get me started. I thought as much. I asked because I had plans to survey an Allagan relic not far from here. The weapons guarding it, however, make it too dangerous for me to go alone. I trust you see where this is going. So, are you interested in a little adventure? Yeah, sure. Much obliged. Now let's be off. No time to waste. Alright, so I will do the Name That Way quest and then go and catch up with Thancred and Y'shtola. Fuck, I didn't realize we were like almost at the end of the quest line for Mare Lamentorum. But I guess, like, all things considered, like, the moon is thoroughly explored as a, like, narrative, in terms of the narrative at this point. Well, is going to be. Stay focused, Dreaming Way. Sure you're no working way, but... Hi. Oh! Oh my. What's up? You're not a Loperate. Astute observation. Am I dreaming? Is the day finally here? Am I truly talking with a visitor from Aetheris? Whatever can I help you with, kind sir? One of your friends asked me to check in on you. I think I should be asking you that very same question. One of your friends asked me to check on you. Who put you up to such a thing? In any case, I couldn't bother an honored guest with my silly troubles. Silly troubles is all I do, buddy. You should have no compunction not sharing this with me. If you insist, perhaps I should share a nibble on what's on my mind. But first, may I ask your name? Aldine Felspark. A truly spectacular name. I'm sure it speaks to your character in one way or another. Only I could say the same for mine. Perhaps it was a mistake to choose Dream for that tome, from that tome of words. For try as I might, I have no such thing. And seeing everyone else live up to their names since our awakening has only made me more and more aware of it. The people of Aetheris, on the other paw, seem to dream a great deal. Have you any advice for me? Focus on what you love to do. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on what you love to do. But that's a problem. I haven't the foggiest idea what that would be. Oh no. This is literally a depressed bun questline. Though my fellow Loperates might... I've known them since we were created, so perhaps they see something in me that I cannot? With their help, you must be able to find an objectively appropriate dream for me to pursue. You know best what would be of service to mankind, after all. Yeah, I suppose. I'm all ears, so all you need only tell me once you've come up with something. Anything at all. Is that Jazz Hands? I think that was Jazz Hands. Speak with Dreaming Way's acquaintances. Ugh. He's no sluggard, I can tell you that. Always happy to lend a paw when there's work to be done. Compared to some of the others, well, let's just say that he's a great help. Are there any others in... No. Stern? Yeah. Stern Loperate. Hi. I want to know about Dreaming Way. Can't say I know him terribly well. He's always rushing off on a new task just as soon as he finishes the old one. Always thought him a good sort, though. Oh. Dreaming Way? He can do anything he sets his mind to. He doesn't complain about getting his paws dirty either. That said, I'm not sure I can think of anything he's particularly gifted at. Huh. So just, like, broadly a good person, pretty good at pretty much everything he needs to do. Huh. Yeah, that's, reassuring though that may be, I don't think that's gonna solve the problem. Because obviously, they're a bit more despondent because, like, there isn't, like, the thing they're good at. Kind of has some parallels to Taru, actually, in a vague sense. Do they have all interest to share? Please say they did. They said you're broadly really good, but it's more or less what I expected, I suppose. Nice enough, but in no way gifted. Perhaps I was never meant to dream. It's never too late to dream. Don't worry, we'll find your dream yet. It's never too late to dream. You really think so? Goodness, people are truly as kind as they say. In that case, I promise not to give up until we found my dream, even if it's the last thing I do. Ha! That got grim. Let's exhaust our other options before we go with anything. We go for anything potentially lethal, shall we? Of course. I might actually continue that quest line at some point. But for now, I need to be, led around like a fool in this place, so, that's cool. I like, the only question I really have regarding this now is, like, is this with or without Oriange's consent? Because, like, he has said that he wanted to help the Loprits do something. But the question is, has whatever the Loprits done now, like, been against his will or not? This might also be the point at which it's like, hey, the Sharlians are doing shit. Seems to be a fair few people over there. The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing Way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourself not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon has to be perfect paradise for the people of Aetheris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. What? Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we'll so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Oriange. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never had we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. No. Don't make me fight the fucking Loprits. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. Y'all. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Prepare thy steel, villain. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Alright. Time for me to introduce some Loprits to fucking Bahamut, I guess. Oh, sorry, Phoenix first. Throwing away, no. Oh, god damn it. Alright, time to leave. I'm really glad I didn't actually see anyone completing that quest, because seeing someone actually attacking Loprits would have been like, oh. Oh, that's how this is gonna go, huh? A bit telling. Seems highly unfair. I'm like literally one of the most powerful people on Hydaelyn. And yeah. Like, no. Y'all aren't gonna hold me here. What are you talking about? There you are. Didn't rough them up too badly, did you? Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's place and find Urianger.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Etheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Sorry, my housemate just received very exciting news and wanted to share it with me. Oh, thank God. Anyway.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Okay. Oh, we got there. Okay, good.
Oh, bugger!
Bugger.
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing!
Oh, God.
Loperids were born of Hydalen's love for Aetheris.
They're like him.
That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer, the anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee.
Alright, the ink. Objects in hands.
Ink as
The
blue
tech
as
exists.
the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
That flower. How came it into your possession? It was given to me by basically Heidelin. Oh, how very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
Ooh, yeah. You're probably gonna have a lot of injuries to fix.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Uh-huh.
Agreed. The Charleyan Forum, yes?
She just said it! Like, oh god, I actually really appreciate that, because it really brings focus to, like, yeah, that's kind of been obvious if you were paying attention, and has, like, a big hit for people who didn't figure it out, but for everyone who did, it's like, oh, she just said it. Okay, there was no, like, you mean the Charleyans are involved? It's like, oh, yeah, okay, cool.
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
I fucking love this game so much. I love Oriange so much too. God damn it. Gigantic fucking nerd that always knows what to say. It was a relief to see Living Way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Although their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It would be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me for my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When next I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Cool. Returning home. Your excursion on the moon concluded, Y'shtola is keen to return to Aetheris. With the Loprits in Uriange's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Cool. I think I'm going to call it here for now. Like I said, I kind of need to get a break in before, like, you know, around this to get a... So, Pudding Way. Actually, hold on. Pudding Way. Nice to meet you. Name's Pudding Way. Sorry again for all the trouble. Promise we'll do better. Honest. Oh, okay. There's not much to say. Yeah, like, I need to take a break before it gets too late in the afternoon, because otherwise I will be fighting queues for people who are coming home from work. And I don't really want to do that again. Yeah, so this was a little bit shorter, but, like, I'm probably going to power through, like, a lot this afternoon. Don't you worry. So, yeah, I'll be about an hour and a half. God damn it, this game is, like, so good. So damn good. I just need time to digest again. Like, I really appreciate that this game, like, it sets up things that feel tropey, but resolves them in ways that aren't necessarily. Like, it resolves them more straightforwardly, but it really, really takes the time to explain and give enough breathing room for that moment to still feel satisfying, and thus, like, oh, the Loprits weren't actually gonna do something to Uriange or anything like that. They just really wanted to help. Like, that can be very plain, but the way that Uriange settles things, you know, presenting the ink, like, telling them, like, that we really respect you all, but, like, we can't abandon our home, like... Like, spending time writing this stuff can be a challenge, because you don't, like, there's a lot of this game that isn't doing mechanics, it's just sitting down and listening to a lot of story, because it has a lot to get through. But that's really the thing that, like, makes the game, like, pay off and feel meaningful every single time it does something narratively. Like, it is rough to get to this point. Like, let's not, like, this is like 300 hours into a story, a video game story, which is patently absurd, right? But it takes that time because it takes time to, like, set up and resolve everything. And, like, yeah, like, there's like, ironically, I say that having, like, the whole, Fandaniel and Xeno storyline seemingly, like, abruptly stopped. But the reason the reason that wasn't unsatisfying is because that is actually Fandaniel's plan. he is a stepping stone to the final days, not bringing in the final days himself. So, like, coming to this point at this point, and then having to contend with the final days, can feel like a little bit of a loop around, because obviously, like, Xenos and Van Daniel feature heavy in the marketing and stuff like that. But it's still, this whole thing still felt satisfying, because, like, yeah, Zodiac is a minor player in this. He is the key to unlocking the final days. Van Daniel wasn't just recreating them willy-nilly. He was just like, no, I need to get to the moon. I need to break Zodiac out, because that will give me the final days. And it's, yeah. Anyway, I need to actually take a break before I spend like half an hour talking about the game. Yeah, so I will be back in about an hour and a half. Unfortunately, this is my last day off, and Tuesday and Wednesday I will not be able to stream at my regular times. I might be doing something Tuesday during the day, though. I will tweet about that if I can, and also, like, specifically host, what happens. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just stream this as much as I can until I hit the end of the MSQ, and maybe take a break after that. Yeah, so, thank you very much for watching, live or on the VODs. Actually, let's see if anyone's streaming that we can... no one who isn't playing Final Fantasy. Well, okay, I guess we're just, not gonna raid anyone, then kinda sucks, but, that's how it be. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day, and hope to see you in about an hour or two.